Wow.
And I don't really want to come out here and
Well, I'm not the speech maker today. I'm simply here to welcome you to CIT and to introduce our president, Dr. Brodribb, who will come and speak to us now.
thank you. Knew I was going to catch my heels.
I'm awfully glad to see you here. We've come here to honor the name of a man who was very important to this institution, which is now called CIT, or Caulfield Institute of Technology. And that man was Robert James Dorey. Caulfield Technical School was opened here in 1922, and Mr. R.J. Dorey was appointed its first principal. He remained its principal until his retirement in 1946, that is, for 24 years. Under his guidance, Caulfield enrollments increased from 250 to 2,000 students. Mr. Dorey, born at Echuca in 1882, was only 39 when he became principal of this new school, and that surely says something of his qualities. His popularity was proven by the public farewell given him at the Caulfield Town Hall on his retirement. I'm terribly glad to see relatives of Mr. Dorey here today when we honor his memory. We have Mrs. Clive Ragg, who is Mr. Dorey's daughter, Mr. Robert and Mr. Greg Ragg, who are Mr. Dorey's grandsons, Mrs. Jackson, who is Mr. Dorey's niece, and their assorted spouses. And I welcome them, and I'm very happy that they're here. After his retirement from Caulfield at the age of 64, Mr. Dorey was put in charge of rehabilitation for returned servicemen at West Melbourne, where he served for a further 4 years. He died in 1956 at the age of 74. Before joining Caulfield, he was a tradesman blacksmith by original trade. He later obtained a diploma of metallurgy and engineering by studying at night at the Working Men's College, which is now called RMIT. His interests were very wide-ranging. He was the basis of CIT as it is today, and it is fitting that we should name this central pathway where people meet to go to their various classes, which is a focal point of this college, after him. I therefore name this mall the R.J. Dorey Mall, by which name it shall be known as from today. May this plaque commemorate a good man, and may his name be remembered by present and future generations of students whom he loved. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Brodribb. I don't know, Mrs. Ragg, if you'd like to say anything, we'd be delighted if you would.
President of the School Council, important people, and ladies and gentlemen. It is with gratitude that I stand here today, and I'm very thrilled to be here. It's really lovely. My father loved this college, and everybody who knew him loved him, even his family, perhaps especially his family. And my special thanks to Mr. Rafferty for his help and encouragement prior to this ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Ragg, for being prepared to speak at no notice at all. It's a very moving ceremony for us. I believe, I sense that it is for you and your family. And I think now we could perhaps continue with our activities this afternoon by showing you around some of the college as it exists now built on the foundations that your father laid so well. One of the things that perhaps you might be interested in is that we are developing something of the history of the college. We have recently put the wheelwright's pit, which had been sort of superseded by a building, but the stones had been kept. It's now been set up again as perhaps the most immediate reminder of your father's original trade. This college now has something like 10,000 students. We're not able to show the rate of increase that your father saw in his years, but we believe that it has now reached almost a level that is perhaps optimum. About 10,000 students spread over very many courses, running through the full range of technical and further education courses up to diplomas, degrees and master's degrees. We're very proud of the Institute, and we're very pleased indeed that you were able to come and join us in this ceremony. Thank you.